that happens to fall on this new moon in Pisces. So I decided I would push the time back just a little bit to join you for an evening ritual. Since this beautiful Pisces new moon is exact at like 8:23 Eastern Standard Time, I thought that would be the perfect time to just kind of set the tone for this evening. So, with it being the end of Mercury retrograde, I don't know about you, but this season of retrograde has had me rescheduling just about every single thing I possibly could have created, including my manifesting tea party that we're now doing on May 24th. Oh my goodness. So, what about you? How has the season been for you? You know, the new moon in Pisces is all about that final chapter in the astrological season. Pisces is the highest of intuition and connection to spirit. So, I wouldn't be surprised if you're having lucid or vivid dreams, if you're having memories of past experiences, of old emotions coming up to be to resurface, to be released. It also happens to fall on a very important day to me and my family. 5 years ago today, which is crazy to even say 5 years, my dad passed away. And today was the day that he chose to cross over, which is interesting because it's just 2 days before the day my mom had a stroke 14 years ago. So Pisces season usually comes with grief. Pisces season is the endings, right? But it is also that intuitive flow of surrender, trusting that one transformation will lead to that next positive change. So I just want to take a moment before we dive into tonight's ritual to say hello, to get grounded, to welcome everyone who's here. I'm just so stoked to be able to join you on such a meaningful day and also a potent day as well. So say hello in the comments. Where are you watching from? And let me just pull up the chat here on YouTube. Hello, everybody. Let me know, where are you watching from and what is your big three, your sun, moon, and rising. And if you don't know all of that, just let me know what your sun sign is. So, hi, Zombie Blossom. Nice to have you here. Hello, Chicago. Amazing. Oh, that's awesome. Got a little tickle in my nose. One of my amazing friends and clients owns Aroma Workshop in Chicago. So, I don't know if you've ever heard of that, but definitely go check out Maria. She's created this incredible like perfumery where you can build your own custom scents. Oh, so amazing. So, just taking a moment to say hello to everyone who's joining. I am just so grateful to be here. New moon and Pisces. So what I want to do for tonight is guide you through a release ritual to surrender and connect with that higher self, the intuition, the spirit within, where you have all of the intuitive guidance and clarity that you really need. It's just that we don't take the time to actually get quiet with ourselves. So tonight, what you can expect is, of course, since it's Woo Woo Wednesday, we will be doing a oracle and tarot reading for this new moon. I also think it would be powerful to see what we're leaving behind, as this is the final chapter in this astrological season. And as we move into Aries, and with Mercury retrograde going direct, with the spring equinox happening in 2 days, it's just like this very powerful culmination in the cosmos to say it is time to let go of the old and step into, embody, and elevate into this highest version that you've been working so brilliantly on. This is really an awesome time to reflect back and see how far you've come. So I just want to start with a celebration and hear, what is it that you're celebrating and how far you've come? Think over the last year. In the last year, what are you most proud of that you have experienced, that you have gone through, that you have overcome, that you've learned about yourself? Maybe a hard move you had to make, or a tough conversation, or maybe even a move across the world. What is that thing you are celebrating? Drop it in the comments, because I want to send sparkle magic your way. Hi, Michelle. Nice to see you. Hello, Ashley. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Oh, hi, guys. So good. Yes, I've been meaning to go. Oh my gosh, this is your sign, Zombie Blossom. Go, go, go. Tell her Britt sent you, and you will not be disappointed. In fact, she was just telling me all about the holistic skincare that she's created, and hair oils, and it's more than just perfume. Go check it out. Hello, Rebecca. So good to see you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay. So as I was mentioning, new moon in Pisces, we're going to be doing the surrender and dream renewal ritual tonight. So some of the things that you're going to need: a journal or a piece of paper to write down our intentions. We're also going, you grab yourself a bowl of water with a little bit of salt in it. So a small bowl of water with some salt. And then if you really want to go like super magical. You can grab yourself a blue candle, but any candle will do. And then if you have crystals, this was a little crystal magic that I was casting the other day. And so I saw it sitting out here and I thought, ooh, these have been charged, been sitting outside and really like soaking up all the magic when I lit a candle for this little jar. So I brought this little altar with all of my little crystals. So we're going to use those and put those in our water to charge them. And then of course a pen to be able to write down your goals and dreams. I think that's everything. We are not burning today. You guys know I'm obsessed with my full moon rituals. I love being able to help you cleanse away the bullshit that no longer serves you. But I thought just intuitive. Again, I'm a Libra double Pisces. So my intuition and my vibes are, that's why I'm a psychic. Hello. Plus a lot of other water in my chart. So when I had that feeling today of like, let's go live, let's do a new moon ritual, I was like, oh, fun. Like those are always like so cleansing and so uplifting rather than sometimes the heaviness of the burning and here's all the trauma I'm letting go, which is my favorite thing. Like honestly, the more we cry, the more I freaking love it because I know we're healing and growing and creating that safe space. But today, since we don't have anything in our in-person calendar, as I am preparing for Goddess Retreat next month in Florida, I thought we needed to gather virtually. So I share this time for you to go grab your supplies, your tools to be able to create your ritual. And if you don't have any of that, you're like, girl, I'm on the road. Like, I appreciate you being here. Just know that your intention and your presence is all that really matters. So with that being said, as you're gathering your materials, I'm just going to take a moment for us to kind of ground in and to lock in. Also want to hear your celebrations as well. Same, lots of water placements. Oh my gosh, it's like, whoosh. I have one planet that's in an earth sign. One. Water and air, baby. Okay, let me see. What are we celebrating? I'm cooking at the moment. Will there be a replay? Yes, of course there will be a replay here on Instagram, and it's also streaming on YouTube as well. Always wonderful to catch you live. So good, so good. Okay, what are you celebrating this year? I want to know. Just pulling up the chat to see everyone's message. Oh my gosh, celebrating the growth from leaving behind that a narcissist. Oh my gosh, holy smokes. I totally understand. That's a big sparkle magic. Anyone who has the courage to walk away from any toxic relationship deserves a big round of applause. Oh, it's so good. So good to see you guys. Okay, so I'm going to take a moment. I'm going to use my air refreshing amethyst infused energy spray. Oh my gosh, I was saying the sun is so bright at 3 o'clock. I'm going to do it later. Now it's like blinding me from the side. So what are you going to do? All right, I'm going to spray this beautiful amethyst infused refreshing energy spray just to kind of clear away any energy that you've picked up from the day. So wherever you're watching from, whether you can light a candle, an incense, or have a room spray just to set the tone and really invoke that grounding sense of smell, I just invite you to take a big deep breath in through the nose, fill up your lungs, fill up your belly, fill up every cell in the body. And as you exhale, soften those shoulders. Just send a wave of relaxation all the way down from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Breathing in, imagine breathing up the earth, the energy from the earth into the feet, into the body, expanding every cell in your aura. And then exhale, sending it all down like a wave of relaxation where you just soften every single muscle, starting from the head down to the neck, the back, the hips, the legs, sending all that energy down back to the earth. One more big cleansing inhale up from our feet, pulling that earth energy through our body, up our spine, into our brain, around the head into that third eye, really activating our intuitive highest self. This is the Pisces energy, really tapping into that inner knowing, trusting your vibes. And as you exhale, send a wave of relaxation through your mind, through your body, and allow your soul to become present to this moment. Just arriving gently into your body, allowing your mind to completely relax, letting go of all thoughts. Just becoming present in the moment. Maybe rolling out the shoulders, relaxing and softening the eyes and the jaw. Rolling out the neck, just seeing what your body needs in this moment. Just ask yourself, what is it that I need now? It is in these quiet moments when we tune in to ourselves, when we ask those deeper questions, when we take responsibility to take care of ourselves. This is when the real healing begins. So just asking yourself right now, what do I need? Maybe it's another deep breath. Maybe it's permission to let your mind rest while you're here in this moment. Maybe it's just a gentle acknowledgement or hug from your inner self, feeling grateful for all that you've gone through and being present, showing up, being here for yourself today. Now, in a moment, I'm going to have you open your eyes. But before I do, I just want you to take a moment to check in with your heart, placing your hands over the heart, asking yourself, what is it that I need? And creating that space so that you can receive the intention that you're setting for tonight. With this being a new moon in Pisces, this is about activating what our soul truly wants. So, whatever it is you need to begin, maybe it's just permission to dream big, to get curious, to play. Maybe it's space to actually let go so that we can make room for what we're calling in. Or maybe you're seeking clarity on what is the next chapter, the next passion project, the next step I want to take. Thank yourself for being here. And whenever you're ready, I want you to take a nice, big, deep cleansing breath, filling yourself up with that energy and intention that you are calling in for tonight. And as you exhale, you can drop the shoulders, open the eyes, and just notice how good you already feel. Whew, I needed that. So we're just going to cleanse that away. Rebecca says, I am celebrating becoming me again. Not just mom and wife, adult kids moved out, hubs on the road for work, and I'm rediscovering me, and I like her. Oh, so much sparkle magic. Rebecca, I had a woman apply for the Goddess Retreat, and I just got on a call with her this week, and she said for the first time, she is becoming the version of herself that she has always seen that was available, except her entire life was taking care of other people and a lot of grief and a lot of loss. And so it was a really powerful experience to see her say, and I am stepping into that woman I've always seen myself to be. And I know in my bones that every woman is experiencing that shift right now. I know that every woman is being called to release those doubts and those old beliefs that no longer align with the version of you that you vision in your mind and your heart and your soul when you're like, I think of my baddie ass self like this. All of those versions that you can imagine in your mind are real. It's just the old beliefs and the stories that limit us to that certain level of I'm not worthy enough to receive that X amount of dollar raise or the love that I deserve or the perfect partner or to do the job that I love or to serve with my natural talents and skills. How could it be that easy just to be myself? People make it so much harder. And I think that this is that moment where women are being called to say, hey, we've done a collective check-in, and all women have subscribed to the same bullshit of perfectionism, of people pleasing, of overworking, of burnout, of let me be so independent and do it all myself. And I think that we all have had that conversation with each other. We're like, you did that, I did that, that fucking sucked. Let's stop doing that. And that's truly the time and the shift that I believe that we are walking that bridge together. So I know it's uncomfortable because we're light workers, we're leaders. No one's done this before. We're paving a new path. We are building a new blueprint. And so I know it can be uncomfortable, but you're not alone this time. Whereas I think culture and society has isolated us and pitted us against each other and created that competition energy. But the more I spend time in powerful, high vibing rooms with women that have their heart open, and beyond just the retreats and events that I create, even going into other amazing women who are building that community in their towns and their states and their countries, I have found that women are answering that call. They are being asked to rise above the old bullshit that we've been programmed with and say, you can do it differently. And in fact, you can do it together. And that is what I'm so excited about and why I felt so called to jump on tonight, like at this sunsetty time, so that we could really create this sacred connection and sisterhood. I know that during 2020 and those years following, I was on virtual new moons and full moons all the time, and then I just started missing that in-person energy and the events, and so I shifted 1000% to only in person, and I've started doing a little bit more virtual lately, especially obviously Woo Woo Wednesday. But it's been so fun to get to connect with women all over the globe: Canada, Italy, like Australia. We have people in the UK and Wales. It's just incredible to see all the different walks of women who gather here together, but all feel the same way, are all hearing that soul call of like, no, stop the BS, like own your power. Like you are meant to be seen. You are meant to shine. You are meant to make a difference and a positive impact in the world with being your authentic self. And it doesn't have to be any harder than that. It's just a matter of getting clarity on what is fun for you and what do you want to do. So that's my intention for tonight, is that you actually create the space to ask yourself, what the heck do I even want in this next chapter of my life? Because this is a fresh, clean slate. And I guarantee that retrograde, that Mercury showed you those places in your style of communication, the way that you connect with people, maybe even the clutter around your home. I'm sure it highlighted very brightly on what isn't working, what is out of alignment. And we can say thank you for that, so that we can do the diligent work to let go, to release, and say, no more. This is who I am. This is who I'm becoming. Oh, I can feel spirit channeling through. I love that you said getting chills. Thank you for the space. I know that when I'm rhyming or chills are happening or my nips get hard, like it is not me, it is spirit. So I'm just so grateful to be here with you all tonight. Hi, Katie. Hi, Nanette. So good to see everyone. Okay, so as always with our Woo Woo Wednesday, I'm going to pull some cards for us to tune into that collective. I feel like we're going to pull some tarot for what are we leaving behind in this astrological year, and some oracle cards to see what are we, where are we going moving forward? How can we show up for our self-love? And then we will finish with our new moon in Pisces surrender ritual. All right, you guys ready for this? So just take a moment to really set the intention on what energy is it that I am releasing in this last season. In this last year, what is the theme, the energy of the collective BS that we are saying goodbye to? Even though it's not a full moon, we're still doing our burn the BS, okay? Because to call in manifestation, you guys know I teach my Manifest Your Dreams method inside my mastermind, where we, one of my best friends just messaged me. She said, checking in. I knew this was the time for the witches to gather, for all of us to be collective. But in my Manifest Your Dreams method, I teach how we need both the masculine and the feminine energy to be able to put ourselves into a receptive state, which is all about Pisces energy, that feminine flow, but with the structure so that the container can hold the abundance and the opportunities that you are calling in. Because it's so easy to say, this is what I want, and it could come in, but you don't have the structure, the discipline, or the foundation to be able to hold that energy and move forward with it and expand on it. So my intention is that we see what is the limitation that stopped us from our fullest expression and expansion in 2025. My God, snake year shedding. I get it. I coached you guys. We did the in-person retreats. We did the events. I saw what was going on, and it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. 2025 was not easy for me. It wasn't easy for anyone that I have talked to. In fact, if you had an amazing, easy 2025, like hit me up, let me know. And I want to see like what crystals you shoved in your bra, because it was definitely one of a collective reset. And that's why I feel like we need to both honor what are we letting go of, because we have to create space and manifestation. We have to be receptive, not just fill it with more fucking to-dos and checklists and masculine energy. So my intention is that we see what it is that we're letting go of. Oh, so good to see you guys. Okay, the first card of what was the theme in 2025 and what are we letting go of, which is interesting because this is all about abundance. This is about an overflow of the feelings of worthiness. This is one that has been able to control in the most not ego kind of control way, control the subconscious, be in control of the emotions. This is emotional leadership. When we can master our inner self, this is when we can start to attract those abundant opportunities. So I'm curious to see what else comes up with it. Whoa, 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 the magician. So seeing how we can take our inner resources and our innate power to be able to manifest, to be able to vision and call in what it is we want in that next chapter. And then the last card is the Queen of Swords. So 2025 was showing us a really powerful energy of being able to manifest and call in what it is that we stand up for, what we believe in, our truth and our integrity. And so anything that was out of alignment, anything that was out of integrity last year for you, I guarantee was the rug was pulled out from under you and you were like, I knew that didn't feel right, but I didn't know I was going to jump so soon on it. So I have a feeling that 2025 helped to put you in alignment with exactly where it is that you want to be this year and this time, the most authentically aligned version of yourself. So with the Nine of Pentacles showing up, it is reminding me that how much emotional control and subconscious control you can cultivate. That inner responsibility of your inner world gives you the power to be able to manifest, use those raw resources that are available to you, not only through your own divine spirit, but also available to you from like higher spirit, high God, whatever you want to call it, whatever it is you tune into. And then finally, that Queen of Swords is showing us that we have to stand up for what we believe in. We have to fight for our goals and our dreams, and we have to be the one that speaks our truth, even when the room is silent. I think it's so important now as leaders, we are being asked to step into a position of vulnerability and courage to be able to say, this is not working for the collective anymore, and I'm going to be the one that proposes change. So I'm curious to see what comes up for where are we going in 2026. Now that we have shedded the old, we have aligned into the new, and we are ready to activate our highest self. I'm curious to see what are those intentions and self-love rituals that we can hone and develop. And it's 4. I'm doing it. I can't. They all just happened. How can we hone that energy so that we can really step into that power? Ashley says, I keep seeing myself working in a museum setting and kept looping that vision in my mind. And then I got fired from that stressful corporate job. Well, clearly you are calling in something new. And what has to happen is to make space. And so we don't like to jump and believe the net will appear first. That's like not, they've like programmed us to like see it and then you believe, but that is the opposite of how it works. It's like you have to see it in your mind and believe that it will show up, and then allow that surrendering to let go of what is in the way of getting you to that vision that you're dreaming of. I say I did that as the magician. Oh, I love that. And it's a powerful card too, because it shows you that you hold the sword, that you get to, or you hold the wand, you get to decide what you create in your life. And you have to really clear up the way that you're thinking. You have to really align that internal story to be in belief of what it is that you know is true for you, what it is you want to create. So what I'm seeing is like our abundance and our ability to manifest is only limited to the stories that we tell ourselves. It's our mental landscape and mindset. Okay, so I pulled some Shine from the Inside oracles for 2026 to see how can we really activate our self-love and really own our authenticity. And the first card that came up for 2026, stop it right now, celebrate yourself, you deserve it. I love that this came up because who's been here since we started? I literally asked you guys, what is it that you're celebrating over this last year? Because anytime things are hard and things are tough, it's an important process to shift your mindset by using gratitude and celebration and appreciation, right? Because that's what we make more of. And if we focus on what we don't like or what we don't want, we tend to attract that. So what are you celebrating? You have come a long way. You have grown. You have done the work. You wouldn't be here watching this live if you haven't done the work. I guarantee that. So what are you celebrating over this last year? What are you most proud of? I really want you to put it out there, to drop it in the chats, to if you're watching the replay, like comment, let us know, what are you celebrating? So not only are you declaring to the universe more of that, please, thank you, you're also activating your sisterhood to be able to send that positive energy where we can all manifest for each other. So something I am celebrating that I am very happy and proud of for the last year is showing up and taking care of my mom after the accident that ended my grandfather's life. It broke a lot of her bones. She was not able to walk. She, like, honestly, I was not sure she was going to live. But I held the vision. I held the tone. Like, if she wants to be here, she's going to do it. And when I asked her, Mom, are you going to survive this? And she took time to think about that answer. She finally said yes. It has been a step-by-step progress of bringing her back to life. Literally today, 5 years ago, is the day my dad passed away. So not only has my dad passed, now her father in this tragic car accident. And what I'm celebrating is that my mom has chosen life. And that, again, after a paralyzing stroke at 47, which happened 14 years ago, 2 days ago, she has continued to choose life time and time again, even though life has dealt some serious hardships. And what I'm most proud of is that she has gotten off of 3 antidepressants, which, let me just ask what doctor decided to put her on 3. And she's lost over 30 pounds. She wakes up every day with us and takes a mile walk. And she started to push and drag the sled with us. We've had her do yoga with us. She's sat in on a lot of these woo-woo Wednesdays. Like, she's sitting in the chair, like right over here, and you just can't see her. She's sitting in on our Elevated Life Mastermind, our membership club where we coach every month. She's actually, like, choosing to learn and to grow. She said she wants to get a job. And I know this celebration could be like, oh, it's about, like, let's celebrate ourselves. But I am celebrating the fact that my mom went through all of this with my support. She says it, I'll say it. Anyone who knows us will say it. Like, she couldn't have done this without you. And that's what I'm celebrating, is that I had the freedom, the flexibility, and the heart and compassion to stop everything in my life and do the best of, like, showing up to summer solstice and the events we already had planned, but to really show up for my mom, because without her, I wouldn't be here. So I'm going to not get emotional. We're going to keep going. All right, next card is write down your goals and dream big. This is perfect for today since it's a new moon in Pisces. This is all about calling in our deepest soul desires. You guys know, well, maybe you don't. For the last few years, every single new year, I share my authentically aligned goal setting guidebook. In fact, I always like to launch around this time because this is really when the energy starts to pick up. I'll do it around January 1st for our Capricorn energies who, like, I want to plan by January 1st. But I'm actually going to be sending this. I'm giving myself a reminder now that I'm thinking about it. I'm going to be sending this out because actually, let me tell you something even cooler. Me and my friend Britt, who runs Intune, used to be Elevate the Globe. She's an incredible Kundalini yoga teacher. She reached out and said, hey, Britt, you want to be a guest teacher in my Money Minted challenge that I'm doing, 40 days of money manifestations and activations? And I was like, yeah, let's do it. I've been sitting here today asking, like, how can I contribute? What's the best thing that I can bring to the table right now for this specific thing? And I decided to include my authentically aligned goal setting guidebook and masterclass, which is like totally $88. And which is, I mean, that's a no-brainer. It's so cheap. But what I'm trying to tell you is that it's $88, but I contributed to this money manifesting. So not only will you get the authentically aligned goal setting guidebook, you'll get 40 days of all of her money manifestations inside her community, as well as other bonus courses from other beautiful light workers like me who decided to be a guest teacher because we love being able to make magic in community. So I share that because I just was like, oh shoot, like, it's happening in 2 days. I need to tell y'all. I knew about it, but I need to tell y'all about it. So if you want to join that challenge, definitely DM me the word money so that I can send you that information. I don't even think I put it in a link in bio yet because I just was like, oh shit, we got to post about it. And since I'm talking about your goals, this is an important reminder that not only would you get access to how to authentically align your goals, but also the 40 days of consistency. That's the most important part. We could be chanting kumbaya and throwing money on the ground, like throwing money in the air, like dancing like a stripper. It don't matter what the ritual is. What matters is your consistency in that energy and surrounding yourself in a community that puts you in that high vibration. So that was a random side note. I didn't even think about it until I saw this card and it activated and reminded me of the authentically aligned goal setting guidebook. So DM me the word money. I just posted about it on my page. This is now a time to really get clear on what it is that you want to create. Oh my gosh, they're calling us out. Change one thing today, start small. Change one thing today, start small. So this is a reminder that it doesn't have to be all or nothing. It doesn't have to be some big crazy declaration. It could just be one tiny little step. My rule for this and any decluttering, which again, if you're someone who's like, I don't know what I want, then start getting rid of what you don't. That is the perfect next step. So stop overthinking and just start getting rid of old clothes. Throw out the trash, get rid of old paperwork. Like, you don't even have to know what to do, but you know what you don't want. And that is the perfect place. So when I see this card or any decluttering advice I give is just one drawer at a time. Today, my drawer was my desktop and I cleaned the whole thing. It's all pretty folders and all, it's fresh. I don't feel overwhelmed with like 95 testimonials that I've saved and not done anything with. Whew, I feel so good about it. So what is the one small change you're going to make today? Drop that in the comments below. So we're writing down our goals, we're celebrating, and we're changing something. This is the card I pulled this morning. If you saw my stories for today, it's let go of control and relax into flow. This is a perfect reminder that if you don't know where you're going, don't fret, just get rid of shit. So I would say the cards for this 2025 moving into the 2026 astrological season is saying you have everything you need to create the abundance and the opportunities and the wealth for yourself. It's just you've got to clear up the mental story that you're telling yourself. Now, the 2026 energy is all about getting clear on what the heck you want, making those small positive changes in alignment to go to that, celebrating every step of the way, not feeling like you're never going to get there or it has to be perfect. And it's a silly game that I think we are all done playing, right? And then letting go of control and relaxing into flow is trust. It's the T in shift in my program where I teach you how to move and navigate your transformation with ease so that you stop the self-sabotaging cycle. And that is what this card is. This is saying stop sabotaging, sis, and just fucking trust. Surrender, let go, know that you have planted the seeds and you've set the intentions to get the universe in alignment to what you want and to bring you into that energy. So it's definitely a combination, as I mentioned in my Manifest Your Dreams method. It is all about having the structure and the foundation. So letting go of control, but knowing that you've set up the foundation of your integrity, of who you are, of knowing what you want. Maybe you don't know exactly what it is, but you know the essence, you know the vibe. If you could just give me a little vibe, like if you can just like in your mind, like, man, wouldn't it be nice if life was like this? It doesn't have to be detail for detail. Like, just give me a vibe. That's enough. The universe works on vibes. Okay. Like the more specific you get, the faster you can manifest. And that's like a whole nother fun game that you can play with the universe. But honestly, just get the vibe. Just find the vibe and sit in the vibe, even if you have to make it up, because your subconscious doesn't know the difference between what is real and what is imagined. Compliments of Chris Carmichael, hypnotist. Which, by the way, I have to celebrate him for a second because tonight is his kickoff night with his, what is he calling it? Hypno Rebels, I think is what he called his group. Chris just started his first certification group for his hypnosis training. And it kicks off tonight with a small, intimate group of people he has actively worked with over the years who want to take the tools of transformation and these mental mindset frameworks and use them for their clients and their healing and their growth and their path. And they've seen obviously the transformation that they've experienced with working with Chris and up-leveling their mindset and like radically transforming their life, you know, like I did. That's why I'm on here talking to you guys. Like otherwise I'd still be well depressed and overweight and just like burnt out. But because I have married a hypnotist, like who was smart there? Hey, he has been that perfect guide for me to help me understand the beliefs, understand the mindset, and help to refine and retune them. So shouting out and celebrating Chris Carmichael starting the Hypno Rebels certification, which I'm so excited. So big sparkle magic to Chris Carmichael. Yeah, Vic is so excited. I know your husband's gonna be in it. I'm so stoked because Vic has such a huge heart, and I know that these tools are going to help him just transform so many people. Oh, so good. Okay, putting my cards away so that we can move into our new moon in Pisces surrender ritual. We don't even need to release. We just did that. Hold on. Gotta put my cards back in. Me too. So excited. So what is it that you're celebrating? What is coming up for you? And honestly, if you know the vibe, if you know the direction that you're going, let me know. Like drop that in the chat. Let's call it in for you. Let's send that sparkle magic your way. Okay. So as I mentioned, I have a menagerie of things. I've got a bowl with some water and some salt. I have some crystals, totally optional, but adding crystals into the water, and then a piece of paper, journal, something to write down your goals and your intentions. I use this book every single year. I'm probably on my 6th book right now, which I can't wait to, like, when I'm old and I like look back on my library shelf and I have all these Dreamy Moons books. But what I love about her journal is she includes all the new moon and full moon. So there's like built-in journaling for it. Not an affiliate, just sharing my love and passion for where I do all my conjuring and my witchy ideas and spells and what do I need to do for the month. Like, this is where all my soul dreams go into. And gratitude as well. Okay, so I've opened up to the new moon in Pisces. I want you to grab, if you have the water and all the things, definitely follow along with us. If not, totally no problem. All I need is a willingness and your presence and you to set that intention. Okay. Well, I've never really brought my journal out here onto any of the lives, but I'm feeling pushed to read you what the reflection is, and then we'll move into our ritual. Sound good? Okay, it says, did you know that each of us can enter a sacred flow, just like a leaf carried by the current of a river? That current awakens the moment we surrender, when we stop trying to control, force, or analyze the steps forward. It knows how to carry us exactly where we're meant to go, often beyond what the mind could ever plan. I love when this magic aligns. This new moon in Pisces invites you to return to that flow, to soften, to trust, to remember how it feels to be simply guided. You don't need all the answers right now. You only need to believe that the current will take you somewhere beautiful and that you'll know it when you arrive. And it says your moon ritual suggestions are connect with your imagination through painting, daydreaming, or guided meditations. Get creative, write down your deepest dreams, for everything is created in the imagination first. Excuse me. Wow, y'all. If all the cards did not align to that exact message, I don't know what else to say. Calling in clarity on my messaging for the business I'm building to attract aligned clients. Oh, I love it. I cannot wait to hear what you come up with. Actually, send me a message. Tell me about what it is you're creating. I would love to help you out. I love to name things, honestly. In fact, at all the goddess retreats, we always end up naming someone's business. One was Flower and Flower, but like a play on words, flower as in the bakery flower and flower as in what she grows, because she wanted to grow flowers at her bakery and sell both. Flower and Flower, baby. Boom. Shout out to Alana. Okay, so let's talk about this ritual. Oh, thank you so much. I'm out in the country, y'all. The spring is springing. So as I mentioned, we've got our water, our salt in the water, a bowl, a pen, your paper. Okay, our sacred set up. I want you to make sure that nothing is going to disturb you, that you, and if you really want to take it a whole nother step, like to a whole nother level, activating all your senses really helps to put you in a receptive state of manifestation. So essential oils in your water could be great. I'm going to use my amethyst energy refresher and just spray a little in here. So not only is it crystal infused, but now it's got this incredible scent. And then I'm going to take some of my crystals. I don't see my candle, so I'm going to add the candle after we're done. But if you have a candle, I highly recommend it. Okay, so what are we feeling today? I feel like, we're just going to go with one classic pyrite. I feel like that is giving the manifestation abundance energy. So I'm going to slide this into my water. So I've got my pyrite in my bowl. Most crystals are okay in water. I'm only going to leave this in for a little while. So no worries on that. All right, so let's start by cleansing and centering. I want you to just take a little bit of your water, dip your fingers in, and maybe just sprinkle around your aura, just kind of cleansing away any energy that you're holding on to. And we're going to repeat this mantra together, or just allow it to wash over you, whatever feels right for you. I cleanse my energy field of all that no longer serves me. I release the past and open to divine guidance. Taking several deep breaths in, filling up your lungs, allowing that intention of release to open up, to cleanse your energy, to release all that no longer serves you. And on a piece of paper, I want you to grab out your journal and I want you to write down, again, we're going to create some space so that we can surrender. I want you to write down what you're ready to let go of. What is it that you're ready to surrender? Maybe it's just a word, a belief, a person, a location, a job. Just take a moment to be high level right here. You don't have to go into the finer nitty gritty details, because as we get off this ritual, I would invite you to continue this process in your own time and your own space. So continue to write and continue to go deeper into this ritual. I just want to give you all the steps while we're together so that you have exactly what you need to be doing tonight for this beautiful new moon. So write down, what are you ready to surrender? The next thing I want you to write down is patterns that you've outgrown. Patterns that you've outgrown. Write this down. Taking a moment to really reflect on how far you've come. And then lastly, I want you to write down dreams that no longer resonate. Dreams that no longer resonate. And for each one of these, I want you to hold it to your heart and acknowledge its purpose in your journey. These were not for nothing. Oh my gosh, I love that the train's going by. If you guys have ever heard when trains show up in your experience, it's like, moving through that energy. So, so powerful. Transporting us to that next dimension. So for each one of these, I want you to think about what purpose did it serve in your journey? And I want you to place it beside your bowl of water. And I want you to say, thank you for the lessons. I now release you with love. Thank you for the lessons. I now release you with love. Beautiful. Now, if you have your bowl of water, I want you to take your bowl, and I'm going to lift it up so you guys can actually see it, but I want you to use both hands. Place that bowl in front of you, and I want you to place your hands over your water bowl, closing your eyes, and I want you to ask the question, what is wanting to emerge in my life right now? What dreams am I being called to nurture? Again, what is wanting to emerge in my life right now? What dreams am I being called to nurture? Just take a moment to sit in this receptive silence, allowing images or feelings or words to arise without any judgment. Trust whatever comes through, even if it seems totally unexpected. What is wanting to emerge in my life right now? And what dreams am I being called to nurture? Beautiful. Now, we're going to seed our new dreams. On a fresh piece of paper, I want you to write down those visions, the ideas, the feelings that emerged in that intuitive connection with your water. These are the seeds that you're going to be planting on this new moon in Pisces. So taking a fresh piece of paper and writing down all of the ideas, all of the dreams, everything, all the visions, the vibe that came up when we were asking, what is it that wants to emerge for us right now? I want you to start writing some of those things down. And again, I'm going to move through this ritual so that you have all the steps on what to do, but continue at your pace. This is your practice, just like in yoga, finding your rhythm, your flow, what feels good for you. Now, as we've written on this new piece of paper where we've seeded our dreams, I want you to now set those intentions. If you have your candle or around your bowl, I want you to set those intentions around the bowl. And I want you to say the phrase, I plant these seeds in fertile cosmic waters. I trust divine timing and remain open to magic beyond my imagination. Again, I plant these seeds in fertile cosmic waters. I trust divine timing and remain open to magic beyond my imagination. This is taking a moment to really set those seeds of intention, root them, call them in. Taking time to continue writing down those goals as we're planting these seeds of intention. In fact, I'd love to hear from you. What are some of these intentions, or what are you surrendering? Just drop that in the chat. Oh, congratulations to Chris. I'm just seeing your message. Thank you so much, Perla. Oh, thank you so much, Tam. So good to see you. Celebrating being set free from training next week. Looking forward to making so much money in this coming year. Yes, 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 yes. So good, so good. Okay, writing down those intentions, dropping them in the chat. What is it that you're calling in? What seeds of intention are you planting? Okay, and next, and continue writing if you are writing. I highly encourage you to write down those dreams. But if you have your water ready, we're going to do a symbolic water blessing. So what I want you to do is I want you to dip your fingers into your water bowl. And first, I want you to touch them to your third eye. This is activating our intuition, clearing out all the thoughts, all the energy, all those negative beliefs, the old stories, the old limitations, the old energy that holds us back in our own mind. Just taking that water and clearing out that third eye energy. Dipping those fingers in, tapping on our throat chakra, activating our authentic expression, clearing away the words that we never expressed. The words that stopped us from speaking our truth, clearing away any blocks or any negative energy that stops us from allowing our authentic self to shine. Taking a moment to dip those fingers back in, touching the heart for compassion. Touching the heart for compassion, cleansing away all the grief, all the pain, all the anger, all the resentment, washing away that energy of the heart, so that we can clear ourselves to receive love and abundance. Now dipping those fingers in, tapping the navel right at the belly button. Let's get under my shirt. This is our creativity. This is where we birth our dreams, where our creative expression is born. This is our sensual pleasure, our feminine energy, washing away anything that stops us from feeling good, feeling safe in our body, feeling free to creatively express ourselves. And then finally placing those fingers in the bowl. I say finally, we got two more. And hitting the root chakra. I mean, this is like, we're going to do this on the internet, but y'all can't see. So hitting that root chakra, just maybe sitting on the hands, just giving a little bit of water to cleanse away anything that felt unstable. This is our connection to community. This is our feeling of foundation. So clearing away anything that was unstable. And then finally taking those fingers, dipping them into your cleansing water, and blessing that crown chakra, clearing away any energy that stopped us from connecting to our higher self, to the Holy Spirit, to community, to allowing our angelic realm to guide us. Anytime we've doubted our intuition, anytime we've doubted our vibe, those feelings, this is cleansing away and offering forgiveness for any time that we mistrust ourselves. Beautiful. Now, to integrate your ritual, I want you to take those new moon intentions that you wrote on those pieces of paper, and I want you to place them somewhere where you can continue to activate that energy. Maybe it's by your bedside table. Maybe you have an altar. This is going to be where you put these so that you can see them on a daily basis. That way you can continue to absorb the energy of the magic and the intentions that you put on these pieces of paper. And if you want, I love a good burning. You can take those papers of surrender and burn them, rip them up, send them back to earth. Whatever it is that you feel called to be able to let go of, I highly recommend surrendering those papers so that you can release them safely. So over the next 3 days, I want you to spend at least 5 to 10 minutes going over and really sitting in the vibe, sitting in the energy, calling in, seeing yourself as if you already manifested the goals and the intentions that you wrote down on these pieces of paper. I want you to journal about any synchronicities or dreams that you have that happen over the next 72 hours. Isn't that right? 72? That's 3 days. And I want you to really give yourself full permission to trust, to have faith, and to believe that these dreams are available for you. I think walking into this new astrological season, when you move through this weekend, I think next week you're going to step into a whole new reality and you're going to feel completely empowered. You're going to feel more confident than ever. You're going to feel worthy of all of these ideas, the beliefs, the dreams, the goals. So really be intentional with this time over the next few days. Spend time in meditation, get quiet, start surrendering the physical things, start surrendering emotionally. Like, I'm letting go of the mindset that I'm not good enough, that I'll never be this thing, or I'll never do that thing, or whatever the story is you're telling yourself that no longer serves you. Perla says, refinding myself and regaining my power, my magic, and myself. Yes, yes, yes. So good. So remember, Pisces energy teaches us to surrender and know that it is not weakness. It is actually having full faith and full trust. And when you can activate that energy, like I mentioned, it is the T in my program Shift, trust. That is how you navigate through the unknown with grace so that you no longer self-sabotage or fall back into those old comfort zones that aren't comfortable anymore. So trust the currents are carrying you exactly where you need to go, which is so crazy that I would have shared that and then reading out of this year of growth book that it would say the same thing. We don't need to know where we're going. We just need to know that we're going in the right direction. So have that trust, have that faith, and keep holding on to the vibe of where it is you want to go, even if you don't know how to get there. That's the most fun part about manifesting, is like, you don't have to know how. You just have to be so convicted and so strong in your belief that it is possible for you. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. This has been a beautiful hour of magic. I am just now seeing on Instagram that my internet is connected to the wrong one. I really hope it was stable. You guys could hear and see everything okay. We're not out of Mercury retrograde yet. If you guys are in the club, the Elevated Life Club, you know that we were trying to go live to teach on powerful relationships 2 weeks ago on the second Tuesday of the month, and it shut it down 10 times in the first 20 minutes. So we were forced to reschedule to yesterday, actually. So it's funny how you have to sometimes just surrender. There's no amount of force, no amount of technical, I'm going to beat this technical challenge. It's just not possible sometimes. And when you learn to surrender and not resist, you can shorten the gap between calling in your wildest dreams. Ooh, that was beautiful. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you guys for being here. If you know a soul sister who would love this, who needs this empowerment, please tag them in the comments below, share it with them, post it on your stories, or shout it from the rooftops. I don't know. Spread the sparkle magic, because I know that women are being called to rise. Women are being called to step into their power and asked to shed the resistance and the fear and the doubt. This is going to take all that resiliency that you've cultivated is going to take that courage, the resiliency, and the dedication to your mission, to finding what it is that lights you up and sharing that gift with the world. I am so grateful to get to be here with you, holding space for the Shine Tribe Sisterhood over the last 10 years, y'all. We had that 10-year anniversary last month, and it just brought me to my knees, realizing how many women need each other and the community. And so thank you for being a special part of it, whether you show up on the lives or you show up in person, if you've been to any of our retreats or our events, if you're in the Elevated Life Club, if you're here on social media, seriously, if you're on the podcast, no matter how you've shown up to be a part of the Shine Tribe Sisterhood, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of the love, all of the support, all of the sparkle magic and sisterhood and celebration that we've had together over the last 10 years. And hey, if you've been in my hair chair, thank you for the last 20 years of magic. I don't even think I'm old enough to say that I've done hair for over 20 years, but I have. Maybe that's just a testament to how good we are in the beauty industry. No, I always say it's plants, water, and orgasms. That's why I look so young. Okay, there's my secrets. That's enough for tonight. Thank you guys so much for being here. I wish you the most magical new moon. The end of this astrological season is asking you to surrender so that the highest good, the most magic, your deepest desires can be born through you. So make space, get ready to rise, because now is your time to shine. So much love to you guys. I will see you very soon. And I just can't wait. There's so much magic in store this year, and I just can't wait to keep sharing it with you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope to see you in real life, whether it's in Florida at my goddess retreat. We've got a few more spots at summer solstice or manifesting tea party or wherever it is you feel called to show up. I am so excited to connect with you in person. I will be virtual more often because this is so fun, and I'm not good at goodbye. So I love you. I'll see you guys later. Peace. Bye, y'all.